Good morning, students. Today, let us begin the first lesson from sociology, family. As you all know, family is one of the most important social institution where we are living. We are all having the family. Without family, we cannot live. Today, let us begin the lesson, family. In this chapter, we are going to learn about meaning of family, characteristics of family, types of family, then characteristics of joint family. First, let us see the meaning of family. What is the meaning of family? Family means the living together of husband and wife with the children or without children for a long time. What is the meaning of family? Family means the living together of husband and wife with the children or without children for a long time. So, man has formed many social institutions to fulfill his basic needs. Among these institutions, family is the most important one. Though family is a small institution, it is the basic institution of the society. All the activities of the society are conducted on the basis of the family. The members of the family are the members of the social institutions also. By understanding the meaning and characteristics of the family, we can comprehend the meaning of it. So, family means the living together of husband and wife with the children or without children for a long time is called family. Now let us see how the word family has originated. The word family is derived from the Latin word famulus. The word family is derived from the Latin word famulus. By this, we can come to know that there were also other members along with the father, mother and children in the ancient families. Today, the other members are not the family members. Now family which have no children but have only father and mother, and families that have adopted children are also there. So the family is the word which has derived from the Latin word famulus, which means to serve. Next, what are the characteristics of the family? Characteristics can be also called as a features of family. So by understanding the characteristics of the family, we can understand the importance of family. So first important characteristics of the family is universal. So though it varies in accordance to specific geographical nature and time period, the family is found in all the societies. Universal means it found in all the places. So the family is found in all the societies. Usually the families follow a fixed pattern in issues like marriage, nurturing, kinship and the property rights. Generally, the members who belong to a particular family reside in the same place or share the same group. So, family is universal, means we can see the family or we can see the family in all the society. Second important characteristic, basic unit for all activities. So each and every activities of the social institution start from the family. It may be the political activity, it may be the economical, it may be the educational and several other activities of the society begin from the family itself. So it is the basic unit for all social activities. Third important characteristics, continuous responsibility and social accountability. Social accountability means social responsibility. So family teach its member how to behave and how to discharge their specific responsibility. It trains its children on how to live harmoniously with the neighbors, how they can live friendly with their neighbors. Along with this, it also educates about few social responsibilities. For example, it educates on how to keep the drinking water clean. Like that, responsibility will be taught by the family itself. So that is called as a continuous responsibility and social accountability. Bringing up and nurturing, the main or the most important characteristics of the family is bringing up and nurturing. The family creates the basic rights and responsibility with regard to children, and it also protects them. It creates the way to nurture and bring up their children and makes them literate. It's a duty of the family to take care of the elders during their old age. So this is nothing but bringing up and nurturing. Next, family teaches the social behavior. Family teaches the social behavior, means it teaches the behaviors like friendship, freedom and security during the childhood, adolescencehood and old age. So whatever the social behavior in the society, how we have to behave, all the things will be taught by the family itself, and it instructs the traditions. Sixth important characteristics of the family, it instructs the tradition. Family includes several generations. It introduces the kinship, blood relationship. It outlines the relationship between grandfather, grandmother, father and mother and their siblings. It teaches that grandparents make the first generation, the parents form the second generation, and the children form the third generation. Like this, it teaches the basic tradition. So these are all the characteristics of the family. So once again I'll repeat, what are the characteristics of family? Family is a universal, basic unit for all social activities, continuous responsibility and social accountability, bringing up and nurturing, teaches the social behavior, instructs the tradition. Next, let us see about types of the family. So there are many types of the family. One is based on kinship. Kinship means blood relationship. Types of the family, there are different types of the family with the following nature. Which are those? Let us see now. Based on the residence of spouse, that is matrilocal residence family, then patrilocal residence family. Based on the residence of the spouse, there are two types. They are matrilocal residence family, second one patrilocal residence family. Next, based on the nature of authority, this is very important. That is matriarchal family, and the second one patriarchal family. So let us see now what is matriarchal family and what is patriarchal family, and what are the characteristics of the matriarchal family and the patriarchal family. So first, matriarchal family. Matriarchal means mother. So what is a matriarchal family? A family in which the right of the property and successorship belongs to the woman is called matriarchal family. So in simple we can say that in the matriarchal family, mother is the head of the family. All the decisions, all the power, authority will be in the hands of the mother. So woman is a superior in the matriarchal family. So what are the features of matriarchal family? As I told you, mother-centered family system. So here, who is the head of the family? Mother is the head of the family. So mother-centered family system. Rights of the property belongs to the woman. So here in the matriarchal family, property right will be having in the hands of the woman. The hereditary rights pass on the daughter from the mother. So here in the matriarchal family, after the death of mother, so the power will pass to whom? Power will pass to the daughter. So here woman-centered, matriarchal family is woman-centered family. Okay, mother is the head of the family in the matriarchal family. Next, where are these type of family can be seen? In coastal areas of Karnataka. Coastal areas of Karnataka, Udupi, Dakshina Kannada, Uttara Kannada, there we can see the matriarchal family. In the some of the caste or some of community will be having the matriarchal family. Even in Kerala also, Nayar community also having the matriarchal family. In some tribes in the northeast India also having the matriarchal family. So this is about the matriarchal family. Next, let us see about the patriarchal family. So, in the patriarchal family, father is the head of the family. What is the meaning of patriarchal family? A family in which father is the head of the family, that is called as a patriarchal family. How the mother used to take all the power in the matriarchal family, here the patriarchal family, father is the head of the family. In most of the family, we can see the father is the head of the family. So, what are the features of patriarchal family? As I told you, father is the head of the family. All the decision, all the power, authority will be vested in the hands of whom? Father in the patriarchal family. Married women live in the residence of their husband. The eldest son has a prominent role. Then rights are concentrated or centered around the men. So, this is about the patriarchal family. Next, let us see the modern nuclear family. At present, commonly we can see the modern nuclear family. So, what is a nuclear family? Family that consists of father, mother and their unmarried children as members is called as a modern nuclear family. At present, the modern nuclear family is prevalent. So, what is the modern nuclear family? A family that consists of father, mother and their unmarried children as member is called as a modern nuclear family. So, let us see what are the features of nuclear family. So, first one, small in size. As you know that father, mother and children, obviously the size will be the small. So, size is small or small in size. Simple social control will be there. Then more freedom to the members. There is no restriction comparing to the undivided or the joint family. Here there is no more restriction. More freedom will be there to the members. Favors the modern technology. Then complexity. So, these are the salient feature. Once again I will repeat, small in size, simple social control, more freedom to the members, favors the modern technology, complexity. See, these are the salient features of nuclear family. At present, the number of modern nuclear family has increased. The number of modern nuclear family has increased in the society. Why? What are the reason behind that? Individuality. The main reason is individuality. People want the privacy. Right now, the individuality is the main reason. Focus on the individual achievement. They wanted to achieve something. So, if they are in the undivided or the joint family, there may be restrictions, rules and regulations will be there. They have to follow. So, focus on individual achievement. Concept of individual happiness. Individual, according to their wish, they want to live. At present, the people wanted to live according to their wish. If they are in the joint family, so they have to obey or they have to follow all the rules, regulations, they have to follow. So, the concept of individual happiness is also the reason for the increased, the modern nuclear family. Rights of the property. Then rapid urbanization. In the modern society, the urbanization is to take place. The cities, number of cities are increasing. People will migrate from the village area or rural area to the urban area in search of the employment. So, rapid urbanization also the reason. Science and technology. Science and technology also the reason for the increase of modern nuclear family. Then concept of democratic values like equality, freedom. So, these are the reason. Because of these reasons, nowadays or at present, the number of modern nuclear family has increased in the society. Now, let us see about the joint family. So, at present only few families are having the joint family, or in few houses having the joint family, because the number of modern nuclear family has increased. In the olden days or in the ancient period, almost all the families are the joint family. In the joint family there had a happiness. Together they have to do the work. So, what is a joint family? A family consists of grandfather, grandmother, father, mother, children, grandchildren and the great grandchildren is called as a joint family. What is joint family? A family consists of grandfather, grandmother, father, mother, children, grandchildren and the great grandchildren is called as a joint family. Joint family is also called as a undivided family. So, here we can see the 3-4 generations. So, generally they consist of group of blood relatives. Here Now, what are the characteristics of the joint family? What are the features of the joint family? How it is? So, the size of the joint family is big or large in size. The size of the joint family is large. Members are more in a joint family because it consists of the people of two or more generation under the same roof. So it is a large in size. Then coordination and cooperation. Here we can see that the members of the joint family cooperate in all the activities of day-to-day life. Though the eldest member supervises the family as a head, he takes some decisions by discussing with other members of the family. We can see participation of all the members in all ceremonies and activities. So obviously here coordination and cooperation had in the joint family. Next, same residence and same kitchen. Same residence means in same roof or under the same roof they used to live together. Members of the joint family normally reside together under the same roof, and they will have the food which is prepared in the same kitchen. So that is the same residence and same kitchen. Next, belief in the same religion and practice. Members of the joint family believe in the same religion and they practice. They worship and religious beliefs are common in nature. Next, self-sufficient unit. Joint family is a self-sufficient unit. It satisfies all the needs of the family members. Next, seniors authority and responsibility. The sixth important characteristics of the joint family, that is seniors authority and responsibility. The senior members of the joint family are entrusted with the authority and responsibility, and they handling the over the authority is based on seniority in the family. So this is about the characteristics of a joint family. So